Greetings. Greetings. Okay, so this is the second time I've done this video. The first time, unfortunately, the recording went, so I'm having to do it again. So it seems like the recording is working at the moment, but what I'm going to do, it was quite a long class, an hour and a half, so I'm going to cut it down into 2 separate classes. So we're working on the fire element, summer, and the heart and small intestine meridians. I'm going to do it into 2 classes. As I've noticed, a lot of the attention span nowadays with all the phones and all the apps, that a lot of the people don't have a long attention span. It seems to be shorts. So I'm going to do, instead of the hour and a half video, I'm going to do maybe 30, 45 minutes, and then we'll do another class with the other 3 poses in another class. Okay, so we're working with the meridian lines of the heart and small intestine. The heart meridian line starts from the little finger, comes in the inside of the arm up to the armpit, and the small on both arms, and the small intestine starts at the outer finger, the little finger, and comes up around the back of the arm, up the top of the shoulder. It zigzags twice, comes up the neck, along the side of the face, and then back to the ear. Okay? So we'll be doing a lot of work with our arms. I'm only going to do 3 yin asanas and a short grounding, and then a relaxation at the end. And then in the next video, this will be video 1. In the next video, we'll continue with the heart and small intestine, the fire element associated with summer, and we will move into the next video. So let's see if this one works. So grounding on your mat. I'm just going to adjust that so you can see me on the mat. There we go. Okay, and you might need a bolster or a rolled up cushion or some pillows. Okay, so we'll begin by grounding. I'm going to keep it nice and short today. So sitting on your block, pushing yourself forward, so your buttocks are kind of hanging off the block to keep your spine straight. And the knees are lower than the hips. Resting your arms, chin mudra, first finger and thumb in a circle. Place your palms up. And inhale into the lower spine. Exhale, grounding down that root chakra, our sitting bones, into the earth's energies, rooted and grounded into the present moment. Inhale into the spine, taking the breath all the way up the spine to the top of the head, lengthening the back of the neck. And on the exhale, gently relax the chin down towards the chest, lengthening that neck. We're working on the solar plexus, Manipura Chakra today, which is associated with the fire element, and that's around your belly button. We'll find the solar plexus and the sacral chakra below. The solar plexus is yellow, the sacral chakra is orange. So taking a deep breath into our belly now. And exhale, relaxing the shoulders down away from the ears. Taking a big breath into your legs, from the toes up to the top of your legs. And exhale, sending the breath down the legs. Inhale into your heart center. And on the exhale, relaxing the shoulders down, relaxing the jaw. Being aware of your breath as you breathe in and out. As you inhale, the chest and belly expands. And as you exhale, the body relaxes back down. Being aware of the space around you, the touch of the clothes on the skin, the touch of the body in contact with the earth, the breeze passing through, the temperature of the skin. And here we are in the present moment. So we'll be using gentle Ujjayi breath today, and there is a link to the description on my YouTube channel for the Ujjayi breath, sound of the ocean. So we inhale and exhale through the nose, but we kind of constraint sound through the throat as though we're steaming up a mirror. So we inhale into the heart, so I'll demonstrate. And we exhale from the abdomen, from the Manipura Solar Plexus. Pulling that belly back towards the spine. So that's how it sounds. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. But check out the demonstration on this video underneath the video description. So observing the breath brings us into the present moment, and Yin is a long-held postures, deep mindfulness meditative practice, working with the traditional Chinese medicine of the meridian lines. And we're also working our lymph nodes today in the neck and the shoulders, the armpits, the belly, and the groin. Two more deep breaths, sitting in this present moment. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes, releasing the block, coming up onto your hands and knees. Coming up onto your hands and knees, we're going to go into cat-cow. Inhale, lifting up the neck, looking up. Exhale, arching the spine, looking between the legs. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, arching the spine, looking between the legs, chin to chest. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, arching the spine, chin to chest. Coming back onto sitting, crossing your legs. We don't need the block here. We're just going to work our neck and shoulders. So inhale, lengthen the neck. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder, and gently just let it stretch on that left side. Inhale up to center. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder, feeling the stretch on the right side. Inhale up to center. And then we're just going to do circles. Right ear to right shoulder, bringing that neck down and round. Left ear to left shoulder. So nice slow circles, warming up the neck. Once you've done 3, we're going to go the other way. Really getting that lymph flow going in the neck, releasing the lymph nodes where we can block lymphatic energy flow, which affects our nervous system, our energy, our digestive system. And now putting your hands on your shoulders, we're going to do circles, bringing the shoulder blades together, really opening up those circles for one way and for the other way. Well done. Inhale up the arms, palms together, taking your left hand to your right knee, the right hand behind you, and twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale back to center, taking the right hand to the left knee, the left hand behind us, and twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And inhale back to center. Okay, so we're releasing tightness in the neck and the shoulders, the upper back, and working with the deep fascia tissue within these muscles. A lot of this pain in the neck and shoulders and the upper back stems from the lower spine, as our body's all connected. And if these meridian lines become blocked, then that affects the balance of our energy system, okay? And that can create fatigue, autoimmune, illness, and pain in the body, emotional, physical pain, because these blockages can affect our pathways. And when we release these tight fascia, we'll notice that we reduce the pain in our neck and shoulders on the areas that we work in, because a lot of people think that pain is in the muscle, when a lot of the time it's deeper in the tendons and the ligaments and the joints and the bone inside the muscle. So the Yin Yoga helps to release that tight fascia that we tend to not use as we get older, and release all that tension, working from within. So our first pose today is going to be melting heart. So come up onto your knees. The knees are in line. You might want to put pillows under your knees. The knees are in line with the hips. We're going to bring our arms out in front of us. Remember, we're working the meridian lines in the arms and place our forehead on the mat. Now you can, in Yin, we have 3 principles. We move into the pose, we find our edge, see if we need to adapt, and we use our props if we need to. We find our edge where we know it's just right, we can feel that stretch but there's no pain, and then we hold. That is the secret. Holding helps to really get within and release that tight fascia tissue. So if you need a block for your forehead to help, you can use a block. Kind of takes a lot of pressure, less stress on our meridians. Or if you really want to go deep, put that forehead on the mat. Okay, let's begin. Finding your edge that we can hold in stillness. Inhale into the heart, exhaling from the abdomen. Inhaling into the face, gentle ujjayi breath. Exhale, relaxing the jaw, relaxing the face, the eyes. Inhale into the heart. Exhale, relaxing the belly, relaxing the buttocks. And when we exhale, try to pull that belly back towards the spine, locking in that belly, the Manipura Chakra. hold for a pause before we release and inhale again. So inhale into the heart. Exhaling from the belly button, Manipura. Pull the belly back. Pause. Release and inhale. Now you might start to feel that in your arms. So just feeling that stretch in your arms now. The meridian lines of the heart and small intestine. You can probably feel them pinching a little bit. If there's any pain, put your head on a block, or you can always just move your arms like that, okay? Or move them further back if there's too much. Adjust if you need to, but the main aim is to stay still. So the solar plexus is a beautiful yellow colour. We're also working with the sacral chakra. So the sacral chakra is our emotions, balancing those emotions. Solar plexus is joy and laughter, a good feeling. Deep breathing. Breathing into the arms now where you're probably feeling that starting to work. Two more breaths. Do one more breath. Gently bringing your arms back and sitting your buttocks on your knee as you go into child's pose. Just taking 2 to 3 breaths here. Inhale into the heart. Exhaling from the abdomen, squeezing that belly back to the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, deepening those buttocks onto the heels. And on the next inhale, start to come up. We're not going to do child's pose today. We're going to do that in our next video where we hold it. Working on these arms. So the next one we're going to do today is open wing. We're really getting into the shoulder and the lymph nodes in the armpit, and the shoulder, top of the shoulder. I'm just going to move the mat out, adjust your mat. Okay, so lying on our belly, forehead on the floor, taking the left arm out to the side. Calm down. Taking your left cheek onto the mat, and with your right hand by your face, push yourself over onto your side. Okay. Now you can leave your legs together like this, or you can scissor them next to each other. Just have a play, see what feels good for you. Or you can lift up that back leg. You find if you lift up the back leg, there's more of a stretch, a deeper stretch. So finding your edge. Now you can leave your hand by your face, or you can use the block, lift it up and rest it on the block, or inside the top of your pants. So you can rest it on the block or in the top of your pants. So finding what you want to do, how you want to position your legs, arm, your right arm, and let's begin. So I can really feel that starting to work on the top of my shoulder joints. We move into stillness once we've found our edge. Inhale, this is beautiful for opening up the heart center. Working with our heart and small intestine, as everything in the body is energy and all the systems work together. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale into your belly button, the Manipura. Feeling that there shouldn't be any pain come out, or just your legs, just your arm on the right arm. If you work deep into this shoulder, we can get a lot of tension in our shoulders and our neck. Feeling that in the shoulder. You can also probably feel it in your spine. And this is called open wing pause, as we open up the heart center. Releasing tension, working with this left shoulder at the moment. 3 more breaths. Then releasing your hand, putting it by your face, rolling onto your belly, releasing the arm. Just taking a breath here. Inhale into the heart, gentle ujjayi breath. Exhaling from the abdomen. Going to do the other side. So taking your right hand, you need to adjust out to the side, the right cheek on the mat, the palm is down, the right arm is out at the side. Push yourself onto your side using your left hand, and then keep the legs together, scissor, and keep your hand here, or lift up and use your block, or tuck it in beside your pants. And if you really want to press a bit more pressure on that shoulder, lift up that back leg. You can feel the difference. So finding our edge when we know it feels just right. It's working, but there's no pain. And let's move into stillness. And yin is a beautiful pause. Just observe your breath as you inhale and exhale. Feeling that in the top of your right arm now, the shoulder joint. And a lot of the time there's stress and tension in the neck and shoulders. We can hold tension there without even realizing it. Sitting at a desk all day, sitting down too much, hunching our shoulders. When we're stressed or anxious, we seem to tense our neck and shoulders. And we stay in that fight or flight mode rather than coming back into a deep, present mode, always worrying. And that can come into our neck and shoulders, often does, and create headaches, migraines, tightness. So we're working on releasing that tightness and tension any stress in his neck and shoulders and upper back today, working with the heart and lung meridian lines, getting deep into that fascia to release it, which will help with any pain or tension we have here. So breathing into the heart and relaxing the face on the exhale. Breathing in to the shoulders. And on the exhale, deeply relaxing the shoulders. Breathing into the heart center, deep, gentle Ujjayi breath. Exhale into Manipura Chakra. Imagine a beautiful yellow glowing through the glowing embers of the fire element that is connected to summer and the heart and small intestine as we renew and strengthen. And fire is a symbol of aliveness. It's very alive, the fire, hot, but it can also be a warm ember glow too. So imagine that Manipura Chakra in the belly button and the sacral chakra. As we exhale, the beautiful orange and yellow mixing together, like the warm glow of a fire. We'll do 3 more breaths. I will cut this video into shorts also to demonstrate each pose. Last breath, feeling that in the right shoulder now. Releasing the hand, placing it next to the face, and rolling onto the belly. Forehead on the mat, arms out, outstretched. And we'll take 3 deep breaths here, feeling that effect in the arms. Gently pushing yourself up with your hands as we gently move onto our backs. Now this will be the final. We're only doing 3 yin asanas today, and this will be class 1, and then in the next few days I will upload class 2, where we'll continue with these meridian lines. We'll do 3 different asanas. I want to try and keep the videos not too long, because I know people are strapped for time, there's so much going on, there's so much other stuff to watch, so that we can just deeply immerse into these short sequence but get the benefits. So I will follow on with video 2 for this, for the other 3 asanas. So the third asana we're going to do today is banana. And this is a beautiful one because we're also working with the gallbladder meridian line that comes up at the side of our body. And we need to be able to put our arms overhead so that we're really working these arm meridian lines, opening up the chest, working with the neck and shoulders. Okay. So lying on your back, take a deep breath, adjusting yourself, moving the left leg over to, okay, I'm going to start on the right side, moving your right leg over to the right and your left leg next to it. Then moving your upper body over to the right too. So you can see we've got a curve here on this side. The body is curving like a banana. This is banana asana. And then you can either leave your feet here or lock your left ankle over that right ankle to create a deeper stretch on this side. Now, I want you to be able to lift your arms overhead as far as you can. We're mainly working this left arm as we are on this side, and when we go over to the other side, we'll be working the right arm. So find your position. Try to raise those arms overhead so that we're working those heart and small intestine meridians. And let's begin. Inhaling into the heart. Exhaling from our solar plexus around the belly button, pulling it back towards the spine. Pause, hold it there. And inhale. And each time you exhale from Manipura, imagine a beautiful yellow like the sun. Also exhaling from the abdomen, the sacral chakra, a beautiful orange, mixing together the warm glow of the sun or the fire. Deep inhale, we're opening up the heart center here too. On the exhale, deeply relax in the face. Allow the beautiful yellow and orange to fill your whole being. On the next exhale, take that breath into your left arm where you're feeling that stretch on the upper inner arm now, which is our heart. You also feel a light stretch on the outer arm, which is the small intestine. Inhale, lengthening into the stretch in stillness. Exhaling from the belly button and the sacral chakra. Inhale into your abdomen this time. Imagine the orange of the sacral chakra. And exhale, sending it down the legs into the feet and the toes. Being aware of the sounds around you. Stillness and silence between my words. How that silence quiets the mind. And we need this because it helps us to cut off from all the screens, all the doing, and just to be. To come into ourselves, to work with our bodies. Healing and health starts from within. And I love Yin Yoga. It's a mindfulness meditation practice. We're working deep within and releasing tight fascia within the muscles, the ligaments, the joints, and it also helps to strengthen the bones. As each year, as we age, our bone mass becomes denser, our bones become denser. And last breath. Releasing the arms, bringing upper body back to center, releasing the legs, and just taking a breath here in Shavasana, and just noticing how the left side feels compared to the right side. I can feel it all down my neck, my arm, the side body feels lighter than the right side. So let's work the right side now. So taking the left foot over to the left, taking your right foot next to it, taking your upper body over to the left, bringing your arms overhead. We're going to stretch this right side now, and you can leave your legs here or lock that right leg over the left ankle. So finding your position, finding your edge, and let's settle in to stillness. Inhale, lengthening that spine. Exhale, relax in the body, relax in the face, relax in the neck. Inhale into the heart center, gentle ujjayi, sound of the ocean breath. And exhaling from Manipura, solar plexus, the belly button. With a beautiful yellow mixing with the orange of summer fire. Continue now breathing into the heart, exhaling from the solar plexus and the sacral chakra in the abdomen. Imagining those colours, the warmth, yellow and orange, filling your body, surrounding you in a beautiful warm glow. Feeling that stretch now in that right arm, working the meridians in that right side of the neck and shoulder and arm and the upper back. Releasing any tension, getting deep into the fascia tissue. This is lovely to do if you've had a stressful day, just to release any tension, and especially if you sit all day at a desk job. And the fire element is the yang, yin yang. But we can also be still in front of the fire in meditation, in Yin Yoga. Balancing out the energies of the yang, the doing, and the yin, the being. 3 more deep breaths into the heart chakra. Exhaling from the belly button, pulling that belly back towards the spine. Two more breaths. Last breath. And releasing the arms, releasing the legs, and bringing the body back to the center. We're going to finish off now in our short Shavasana. The feet are at the edges of the mats, the palms are turned up, fingers gently curled. Inhale, lengthening the spine, lengthening the back of the neck. On the exhale, the chin is gently pulled towards the chest. We're letting go of Ujjayi breath now, and just deep inhalation and exhalation through the nose, if you can. As you breathe in and out, watching the belly and the chest rise on the inhale and fall on the exhale. I'd just like you to notice any subtle changes, how you feel in the body now, compared to before we started this short class today. 3 yin poses, 3 powerful practices. It's really powerful, releasing all that tension in the neck and shoulders, in our bodies, calming the nervous system, and blocking that lymph flow, helping it to get moving. Releasing tight fascia tissue, which in turn helps to release the emotional and physical tightness in that neck, shoulders, arms. So for this short Shavasana, I want you to imagine you're lying next to a fire that's just glowing, the embers. Imagine that warm glow next to you, feel the warmth on your skin. And the sacral chakra and the solar plexus, orange and yellow, feeling up your whole body. I rejoice and renew in this beautiful golden glow. I light the fire within and walk in my purpose. Fire giving me strength and confidence. I fill my heart with the fire of love. I clear my mind to give me clarity. I burn away all that no longer serves me. I release any tension, any stress from my neck and shoulders, and come into this peaceful state of who I truly am. I light my inner fire to glow in love. Take some nice breaths, sitting in silence, lying in silence now. Connecting with the earth's energies. If a thought comes in, bring your attention back to your breath. Mind floating on the breath. Breath leading the mind to the heart. And just notice how the mind is now to before we started the practice. Letting go, letting the body go into beingness. The fire burns away all stress and anxiety, calming the nervous system, aligning our meridian energy lines, and bringing joy and balanced emotions in the sacral and the solar plexus chakra. Cleansing our heart and small intestine and our gallbladder. And when you're ready, just bring some movement or stay where you are if that feels good for you. You might want to stretch, lifting your arms overhead. Rolling over onto your right side, placing your head in your right arm and pushing yourself up with your left hand and your right arm into sitting. And I'll be following on with lesson 2 of this class with the other 3 asanas. So in this one, to finish off, we're going to do the fire breath. In the second class, we'll do the cooling breath. Sitting up with a straight spine, sitting forward on your block. Lengthen the back of the neck. Shoulders are down and relaxed. Hands, chin mudra, resting on your knees. Taking a deep breath into your heart center, lengthening the spine. And what we're going to do here, on the exhale, we're going to do short pumps, pumping from your abdomen, so it's kind of from your ribs and belly button, so it's kind of like this. And as you inhale, you can feel it pumping out, and exhale coming in. Short pumps. Inhale into the heart. Exhale, let's go. And release. And there's also a short demonstration of the fire breath. I will put a link in the video. Description. Just sitting in the stillness, feeling the body, feeling the effects. Listening to the silence and the cockerel in the distance. Bringing our palms together to the heart center. Gratitude for breath, for life, for the practice, for the teachings. May the practice not only benefit ourselves, but all beings. May all beings be happy and free. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. Check out the links in the description. There'll be a link to the Ujjayi breath, a link to the fire breath, and also a link to my ebook, The Fire Element Yin Yoga, that you can download free. Just leave your email and you can download it for free, so that you don't miss any more upcoming videos, talks. And I'll be making a community soon where we can all join together, and I'll be offering one-to-one guidance. If anybody's dealing with difficult situations, stress, anxiety, menopause. So check out the description and look out for video 2 of this class, where we work on 3 different asanas. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.